Hey there, my little rose petals. To make Destin's hat, you will need a pen, an LPS of choice, a hot glue gun, red, white, and blue fabric. You will also need thin bendy, and lastly, scissors. To start off, I cutted out some of the white fabric. I then placed it on my pet and marked where the two ears were. I then finished the drawing, making it a circle. After making adjustments, cut it out. As you can see, I made it a little bit bigger than the LPS. I then placed it on the pet to make sure it was the right size. This is completely optional, but I just went over it with a lint roller. I put it on the cardboard and I marked the two edges. I placed it on my pet and drew on where I actually wanted the hat to be. Afterwards, cutting it out. I put it on the pet to make sure I wanted it that size. I also made adjustments to the piece of cardboard. This will end up being the beak of the hat. Using my fingers, I bent the cardboard. I placed it on my pet and made a few adjustments. Until it was exactly what I wanted. I took the piece of cardboard and put some hot glue on it. Then putting it on the fabric. I also put some hot glue on the inside and folded the edges a little bit. I cut out any excess. I used my fingers again to bend it because I really wanted to hold its shape. I cut out a little piece of the red fabric. Put some hot glue on the inside of the hat, and then place the fabric in there. I cut out any excess that's hanging over. I set down the white fabric on the piece of cardboard. I put some hot glue on it, and then placing it down. Make sure you get all corners and that it's not sticking up. I then cut out the piece. I measure it to make sure it is the same size as the beak when bented. I then hot glue the edges down. I didn't have any blue fabric, so I painted mine blue with a sponge. Let that sit and dry. Once it's done drying, cut it out. Hot glue that on the opposite side of where the beak is. Cut it out to the desired length. This is completely optional, but I decided to hot glue on a clear elastic band. To make the walkie-talkie, you will need scissors, black acrylic paint and a paintbrush, cardboard, a hot glue gun, and beads. Start off with cutting out pieces of the cardboard. They don't all have to be the same size, for we will be cutting them later. You're then going to want to hot glue all the pieces together. Cut them out. As you can see, I cut mine out in this weird shape because the top was supposed to be the antenna. I continued to cut it down to an appropriate size for littlest pet shops. I took my acrylic paint and painted mine black. I left mine to dry overnight. Unfortunately, my cat knocked down the beads during the night, so I grabbed a few beads to finish off the DIY. I placed down dollops of glue, then using tweezers to set down the beads. They're supposed to be the controls.